Mercury. Mercury is the closest planet to the sun, but that doesn't mean it's always hot. Because it has almost no atmosphere, temperatures swing wildly. During the day, the surface can reach around 430 degrees Celsius, while at night it drops to about minus 180 degrees Celsius. This happens because there's nothing to trap heat. Mercury only has a very thin exosphere, which can't regulate temperature at all. Besides the temperature, radiation is a major threat. Mercury receives about 7 times more solar energy than Earth. The surface is also covered in craters and jagged terrain, making landing extremely difficult. With almost no air resistance, slowing down a spacecraft would be challenging, increasing the risk of crashing. If you landed during the day, you'd burn almost instantly since even advanced spacesuits can't handle such extreme heat. At night, you'd freeze just as quickly. The only slightly safer area would be the boundary between day and night, known as the Terminator Zone, but even there conditions can change rapidly. Venus. Venus is often called Earth's twin because of its similar size and gravity, and it's relatively close, only about 40 million kilometers away. But that's where the similarities end. As you approach Venus, you'd first encounter thick yellow clouds made of sulfuric acid, which would destroy your lungs almost instantly without protection. Even with an advanced suit, things only get worse as you descend. The atmosphere is incredibly dense and mostly made of carbon dioxide, making visibility very poor. Only a small fraction of sunlight reaches the surface, so it would be dim and hazy. Temperatures reach around 450 degrees Celsius, hotter than Mercury in some cases, and the pressure is about 92 times higher than on Earth. Moving would feel like pushing through a heavy liquid. Eventually, the pressure would crush your suit, and once that happens, the toxic atmosphere would finish the job. Earth. Earth is the only planet in our solar system where humans can survive naturally, but that doesn't mean dying here is impossible. If you were suddenly exposed to space conditions on Earth, like vacuum or extreme environments, things would go wrong very quickly. Without oxygen, you'd lose consciousness in seconds. In extreme locations like deep oceans or high mountains, pressure or lack of air would become deadly fast, even though Earth has the perfect balance of atmosphere, temperature, and pressure for life. Stepping outside those limits shows just how fragile human survival really is. Compared to other planets, Earth is incredibly forgiving, but only within its narrow comfort zone. Mars. Mars is often considered the most realistic option for future human exploration. Compared to other planets, its conditions are less extreme. Daytime temperatures can reach up to 20 degrees Celsius in some areas, but nights are brutally cold, dropping to around minus 130 degrees Celsius. The atmosphere is very thin and mostly made of carbon dioxide, so there's almost no breathable air. The low pressure would cause serious problems for the human body, and radiation levels are much higher than on Earth due to the lack of a strong magnetic field. Mars is also known for massive dust storms, with winds reaching up to 100 kilometers per hour. While not as destructive as storms on gas giants, they can last for weeks and cover the entire planet. Without proper protection, you'd suffocate, freeze, or be exposed to dangerous radiation within minutes. Jupiter. Jupiter is the largest planet in the solar system, and landing on it isn't really possible since it doesn't have a solid surface. Even before reaching it, radiation would likely kill you. The radiation belts around Jupiter are so intense that they would penetrate most protective suits from a great distance. If we ignore that and imagine a suit that could handle it, entering Jupiter's atmosphere would still be deadly. You'd first encounter extremely cold cloud layers made of ammonia with temperatures around minus 150 degrees Celsius. Winds here can reach up to 480 kilometers per hour. As you fall deeper, pressure and temperature increase rapidly. Eventually, you'd reach regions where gases behave like liquids, forming strange, dense layers. Deeper still, hydrogen becomes metallic under extreme pressure and would trap you. If you somehow reach the core, temperatures would reach around 24,000 degrees Celsius, far hotter than the surface of the sun. Saturn. Saturn, famous for its rings, is another gas giant made mostly of hydrogen and helium. Before even entering the planet, you'd need to avoid its many moons and the debris in its rings. As you descend, you'd encounter powerful winds reaching speeds of up to 1,800 kilometers per hour. The upper atmosphere is extremely cold, with temperatures dropping below minus 250 degrees Celsius. As you move deeper, the temperature rises, but so does the pressure. Eventually, the gases around you would transition into a liquid state. If you continued further, you'd reach Saturn's core, where temperatures climb to around 11,700 degrees Celsius, and pressure becomes overwhelming. Like Jupiter, there's no solid surface, just increasingly hostile layers. Uranus. Uranus is one of the ice giants and is unique because it rotates on its side. It's also the coldest planet in the solar system, with temperatures dropping below minus 220 degrees Celsius. As you approach, you'd need to navigate through its faint ring system. Once inside the atmosphere, you'd encounter toxic gases and extreme cold. The deeper you go, the denser the atmosphere becomes. Eventually, you'd face intense pressure and violent winds. One of the most unusual unusual features of Uranus is the possibility of diamond rain, caused by high pressure transforming carbon into diamonds. Despite this fascinating phenomenon, the crushing pressure, around 100 times Earth's, would quickly kill you. Neptune. Neptune is the farthest planet from the Sun and shares many similarities with Uranus. It's extremely cold in its outer layers but becomes much hotter toward the core due to internal heat. Neptune is known for having the fastest winds in the solar system, reaching speeds of over 2,000 kilometers per hour. These supersonic winds would make survival impossible. Like Uranus, Neptune may also experience diamond rain deep within its atmosphere. As you descend, pressure increases dramatically, and temperatures rise to thousands of degrees. Eventually, the extreme conditions would crush and destroy anything entering the planet.